1 week, our little van, and a lot of big things to see along the way.
It's a pretty big shovel.
No, it's not. They've had to prove that it's a big thing. You should just know.
We are on day 4 of our road trip from Melbourne up to Canberra, a journey that has definitely given us way more than we expected.
The world's biggest ant nest.
Oh, there's one on your shoe. Stop moving.
Please, everyone help me!
Oh, there's so many.
And I have a feeling that today will be no different. So let's get into it. Good morning from a very rainy Gundagai, New South Wales. It is pouring rain, but look at these rolling hills behind me. It is so pretty here. It is so hilly. I'm standing in the middle of the street and we are hitting up our first location of the day after catching up with one of our subscribers for breakfast. I don't know how I feel about this one. Doug's very excited.
Can you eat these? I feel like you can eat these.
Are these crab apples?
Oh, these are edible.
Don't eat them, Doug. Don't eat them!
Why not?
Because I'm not gonna be dealing with you. Don't eat them!
Well, I can eat half of one. Let's see what it's like.
Don't! Oh
Alright.
my god, you're
I
gonna...
feel like I used to eat these in primary school. All the way in Victoria. Miles and kilometres away.
This is a new state, new day. Doug.
Yeah, they're actually tasty. There's nothing wrong with that.
Don't!
They taste exactly like what I used to eat in primary school.
Oh my god.
I reckon you can eat them. These are plums.
These are not plums.
So this is the old Gundagai Gaol that was opened back in 1859. Not the biggest old jail. It would generally hold criminals for up to 12 months at a time and then move them on to a bigger jail if it needed to. The most famous criminal that it housed was an old bushranger known as Captain Moonlight and his entire gang. And this jail held them for up to 12 months. And you can do self-guided tours in here, but you need to go down to the Regional Information Centre to book one of those, which we haven't done. The jail officially closed around 1910 as a jail, but the police station across the road kept using this as a lockup for the local drunkards and people who were in trouble all the way up until the 1970s. So imagine that, you get pulled over for a DUI and they chuck you in the old jail for the night to sober you up. Brutal, mate.
Oh, this is wood. I thought it was brick.
No, it's brick.
No, this is wood.
What makes you think it's wood? Oh yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's slabs of wood. It is, it's slabs of wood. Huh.
I think it's both, because this is rock. Oh
Yeah.
wait, that's not rock.
No, it's wood. It's slabs of wood cemented together. I've never seen this kind of building style. Well, you got, yeah, old slabs of wood cemented together. The jail is made out of slabs of wood. It's a tree trunk cemented together. Wild, mate.
We're not going to do the self-guided tour today, but it's another reason to come back through this area. And that's what I love about the road trips. It's like we never put the pressure on us to have to do and see everything because it's just another excuse to come back. And we just wanted to enjoy ourselves this morning having breakfast. So there's always more time to come back and do all the things that we aren't able to do on this trip. I don't know who needed that reminder that you don't have to see and do it all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, little bird.
Time for another history snippet in under a minute. That's 2 for today's episode. Yeah, the jail and this one. Bloody spoiling you guys. But you might be wondering what these big copper people are doing here. This is Dad and Dave and Mum and Mabel, which are the characters of a famous, like, sort of golden era radio drama that happened in Australia during the World War II era. And the show was called The Road to Gundagai, the town where these guys are sitting now. And it was just a little radio drama comedy about this family and their life on a place called Snake Gully Farm. The place has been immortalised because of being held in this town, and these were donated to the town in the 1970s to celebrate that period of Australian radio drama. History in under a minute snippet. Did you? Yep.
If anyone has any suggestions of some names we can name this under a minute history segment, snippet segment, we're open to suggestions because it's a bit clunky right now. One thing that has definitely surprised me driving around Gundagai is how much history is sprinkled around here. There's so many little signs at all the little spots, and for such a small place, I just did not expect it. I was just reading the sign here that's at the old historic bridge, and they were saying that this is the longest timber truss ever built in Australian history. It's 819 meters long. I don't know what a timber truss is, to be honest. Do you?
Yeah, it's what you're seeing. The bridge is like a timber scaffolding is another way to think of it.
Right. So this is the longest structure ever built. That's weird because I feel like we've seen longer ones.
Seen really, but remember when we were at the caravan park, it continued on.
Right.
Like yeah, Gundagai's packed with little bits of history, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like Gundagai in 1 minute times 10,000.
Snippet. Gundagai snippet in a minute.
The snippet of Gundagai. When we saw the population of 2,000, we did not think that it was going to be packed with all these little snippets of history.
And it's in the bush. Like, it's far away. Well, not bush. It's out in regional.
Yeah, we're regional.
Yeah.
This dog is on the loose. Sparky. He was running. What is he running? He's chasing things. We found a random dog. So he just pulled over. He just ran across the street. Hi, buddy. Don't run in the street. Don't run in the street. Hey. Don't. Oh, God. He's the street's dog now. He just ran away from us. Way over there. He's like running. Oh my God, this is such a busy road. Oh my God, here he comes again. Doug, we can't. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. He doesn't even have a call. Oh, Doug! Ah! Come here! Come here! Oh my God, he's just running in the middle of cars. Someone almost just hit him. He's running so much. We're gonna spend half our day chasing this dog around town. Are you going that way? He's way down there. It's starting to rain again. The dog's run all the way back to the bridge where we just were. And it's just running so quickly and it's running away. But it doesn't even care. It stopped right in front of a car. I was freaking out. And then the guy in the truck thought it was my dog. I'm like, it's not my dog. I don't know whose dog this is. Just a random dog running in the street. I have to save it. I have to save it. Who knew this morning would be all about the dogs? We are at our next location.
The dog on the Tuckerbox.
And I just saw a sign that said a lolly shop, so did they know I was coming? Lollies, dogs, local honeys and jams, hot sauces, wine. I think I'm in heaven. In all seriousness though, what is a Tuckerbox?
A lunchbox. Like
oh
Tucker
yeah,
is
you told me
lunchtime.
that.
Yeah.
Lunchbox.
Yeah. I think it comes from like tucker in, like let's tucker into lunch, and then it becomes a tucker box.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
So I think from memory, because we're on the Hume Highway, which is the first road or the first track, like Hume and Hovell were the explorers that went from Sydney to Melbourne, and they sort of found the path to Melbourne, or you know what I mean, came up with the path to Melbourne. So I think that this dog on the Tuckerbox spot is from a poem where it's like a famous spot to stop and have lunch on the journey from Sydney to Melbourne. So that is essentially what we seem to be doing with this entire trip, is going over that journey again from Sydney to Melbourne along the Hume Highway.
Aww, he's on the lunchbox like a good boy.
That last dog wasn't a good boy. That last dog was a...
This is the dog.
This is the dog. A tribute to our pioneers, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth.
This pool is a public gift. Oh, it's a pool. Let's
It's a
go
wishing
swimming.
pool. As I was coming down from Conroy's Gap, I heard a maiden cry. That's a young lady, that is. There goes Bill the Bulky. He's bound for Gundagai. A better poor old beggar. He's never earned an honest crust. A better poor old beggar. Never drug a whip through dust. I guess he wasn't much of a rancher. His team got bogged at 9 Mile Creek. Bill lashed and swore and cried, "If nobody don't get me out of this,
It's
I'll..."
Nobby.
Oh, Nobby, alright. "If Nobby don't get me out of this, I'll tattoo his bloody hide." But Nobby strained and broke the yoke, I don't know what that is, and poked out the leader's eye. Then the dog sat on the Tuckerbox 9 miles from Gundagai.
9 miles from Gundagai. Look, he's farting in the box. Drove and all that and bogged out bullock team on the Murrumbidgee Flat. I've seen the bollock stretch and strain, a blink of his bleary eye. All right, let's go inside.
I think what we're learning here is that there were some farmers in the region and they had a dog that loved sitting on the lunchbox. And they bloody loved that dog.
And he was a good boy.
And now all of Gundagai loves that dog.
Sure, I just saw Highland cows. They're so cute. It's soft. For barbecuing. Oh. The end.
Oh.
You guys know how much I love getting some local honey from the side of the road. I just can't decide which one I want. This one, creamy honey, chocolate, and hazelnut honey. I never tried that before. And this one says, I'm deliciously sweet on pancakes and buttery and fresh. This is like my go-to kind of. Just grabbed a couple of things, no big deal. Did you watch the Great Alpine Road series? If you haven't, go watch it after this video. But we went to this pumpkin farm on the Great Alpine Road, and they were the best pumpkin seeds I've ever had in my life.
They were very good. They were really good.
Yes, it says Great Alpine Road in Ovens.
Oh, nice.
Says it on there. They are, so I had to grab some.
They're an old Slavic family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever go somewhere on a road trip and you see these pumpkin seeds and you like pumpkin seeds, they're gonna change your life. They won't, but they're delicious.
And what else did you get? One more thing.
Oh, and I got a postcard of the Tuckerbox dog. Do the Tuckerbox stop. This is my favorite spot of the day.
And we went to an old jail. Oh, and lastly, probably the biggest highlight of the dog on the Tuckerbox is the store has the tunes going. They are playing Jelly Roll non-stop here, and I am loving it, mate.
It's not Jelly Roll.
It's that same guy.
It's like some fun country.
That's Jelly Roll.
Dun, dun, dun.
Another shot of whiskey, girl's getting frisky. Maybe she'll kiss me. Oh, well, maybe not. Goodbye, Gundagai. So on the way to our next location, we just had to stop in at this thing on the side of the road called the Long Track Pantry. It is so nice. It smells so rustic in there.
It's a cafe as well.
It is a cafe as well, but it's a pantry slash cafe, and they have meats, cheeses, wines. There's a cellar door right next door. The cafe is freshly brewing, and I'm talking everything in there. There is bags of pork rinds in there, and the pig is sourced from Wagga 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 Wagga, however you want to say it. However you want to say it, mate, that's on you. But everything is just, it's one of those stores where everything is so fresh and regional, and it just covers the entire spectrum. There's pastas, there's jams. They have a freezer in there with already pre-made home-cooked meals.
They got cheeses. And it just happens to be across from where we're sleeping tonight. We'll show you more about that later though. I can't tell you how handy having a fridge in our van has been, and making up these pre-made sandwiches that like last us a few days and then we make up a fresh batch. It's such a hack.
You're on the wrong side of the fence.
What are you doing? You're on the wrong side of the fence, buddy.
They've all got red tags as well. You got blue tag.
Yeah. Oh, he's moving out of our way. It's okay, buddy. Oh, you're lost. Why do we keep finding all these lost animals today? After all that, the dam wall is closed. Like the dam wall is closed. So is the dam?
We'll go right up to where it's closed, but there seems to be a turn off here for the state park sort of thing. You see, where it does this like little loop.
Yeah.
So let's go up to where we can't go up to anymore.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and check out this little foresty loop. Because there's clearly wildlife around here.
Yeah. And it is beautiful. The drive is terrifying, but I want to see more of this dam. Bye, guys. I do love you. This drive is equally terrifying and gorgeous all at once.
We've made it alive and well to the Burrinjuck Dam, and alive and well is, like, it counts here. These roads are some of the most nerve-wracking roads I've ever driven on. Legitimately, it is about 1 lane thick. They claim it's 2, but it is 1 lane thick, up the side of the valley and then down again to open up into this wonderful dam. This dam is worth the views, though. It is stunning.
It reminds me of Canada. I feel like we've just like transported our van to like New Zealand or Canada or somewhere where they would film an episode of Alone.
Yeah, it's epic.
So pretty. And there's something in the water like fish or little something like platypus or something that are just jumping out because it's starting to spit rain, and then it started to bucket rain and now it's spitting rain again. Hence why I have my oversized rain jacket that's about 10 sizes too big for me. But it was on special. Thanks, Kmart.
I will say, the water here, it must be so clear during a sunny day.
Yeah.
Because right now it's overcast, it's getting onto the afternoon, and all the way from up here, I can still clearly make out the fish swimming around. You can see their body. It's like we're standing above an aquarium, looking down at it. It looks so busy. It's gorgeous. And Jamie's right. The drive here, it makes you feel like you've been transported to a different planet. There's a certain section of this where you're driving along and you can see the valley open up with the dam in the middle. And then just to the side, there's this little island with a couple of trees hanging off it. And it gives Hogwarts Lake, Dumbledore's grave. If you told me that's where they filmed it, I'd believe you. It looks shot for shot exactly the same, except we're just here in New South Wales. We're not in northern Scotland or New Zealand where they film Lord of the Rings, these epic locations. Yeah. We're just out the bloody back of the dog on the Tuckerbox, mate.
It's just so wild to me because we were just surrounded by so much farmland. Like you guys, we almost ran into a cow on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And now we're here and it just feels like rainy, mountains, water, majestic. It's just the change in scenery, like 40 minutes up the road, is actually so wild.
It's like a hidden valley.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And people are living here. It's a very odd sort of a drive. You're driving down roads and next thing you know, there's a house with a letterbox on the side.
Yeah. I'm like, how do people, it's just like vertical. Like their stairs to their door is like vertical up.
Yeah.
It's so wild. And then the people that are driving on the mountain, they're just so chilled about it. I'm like gripping on for dear life as this guy's passing us. And he's just like one hand on the wheel, chilling, arm out the window. I'm like, what is happening right now? It is so nerve-wracking. Yeah. I've like grabbed Doug so many times. I'm like, don't grab him because he needs to drive this. And I'm like, oh my God. It's just...
It is a hell of a drive.
I know that doesn't say much because I freak out over a lot. I get it. It's dicey on this road.
Don't come here if you're not a confident driver. I feel like I feel like a confident driver, and I was clutching the steering wheel on some... I'm going to feel way more confident on the drive back when we have not got the cliff side.
There was one part he was pulling over to see the views. I'm like, keep driving because it is beautiful, but my stomach is flipping.
It's a great view though. This is a beautiful dam. I don't know if you can swim here, but it's a beautiful dam.
I want to see if we can see some more fish.
All right.
A few moments later.
Oh, the camera.
Oh my God. Well, I figured out why my Kmart jacket was on special, you guys. it leaks at the seams. There's like an outline around all the seams. See, it's just, I was like, I feel like I'm getting wet. I don't know what, like it was bucketing down like 5 minutes ago. And I was like, I feel like I'm still getting wet. Yeah. Oh my God, my whole back's drenched. So yeah, this Kmart water repellent rain jacket, not repellent on the seams. So I'm drenched. I was standing out here like, oh, I got a raincoat, I'm so dry. And then I'm like, why does it feel like I'm still getting wet? I'm like, no, that's just in my head. Kmart's over here gaslighting me. This is literally why we keep saying we cannot afford to be cheap, because when we buy the cheap stuff, we end up having to buy the good quality stuff anyway, because the cheap stuff just doesn't cut it. So now we have to go to like a proper adventure store to get proper gear, because I don't care the price. I don't care where it's from. I'm not brand loyal when it comes to this stuff. I just need it to be functional. This is the heaviest the rains have been. And of course it's right when we have to get back up and down this crazy windy road. Goodbye, beautiful views of Dam. We made it out. It was terrifying on the way back, just like it was on the way there. This time, a bus was coming in towards us as we were going back out. And how'd you go with that, Doug?
I just absolutely cacked my Dax, mate, which is the PG way of saying that.
What does that mean?
Cacked your Dax means shat bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were like getting so close to the cliff wall, and the bus was like right. It was actually terrifying.
Right on a blind turn where there was a sheer drop on the bus's side and straight cliffs on our side.
It was a school bus.
Yeah, a school bus.
It's just people just live up there on the mountainside.
Wild.
Beautiful location, but the drive is not for the faint of heart.
No, it goes for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes of edge of your seat, do or die driving. Really fun.
You have been warned.
Yeah.
But we are back on the safe roads. Now we just need to look out for that cow that was on the road, and we should be back at camp in no time. He's still outside of his paddock.
He was over there before.
He's moved down. He's still staring at us like, why are you looking at me? Because you're on the wrong side of the fence, mate. We don't want you to get hit. Go home.
Good luck, blue tag.
Go home.
So we have finally pulled up at camp after that long and stressful drive, and just because of how much that took out of us and the sort of day that it's been, I think we're just going to chill out for the rest of the night. It's time to cook up dinner, kick back, relax, and we'll catch up with you all in the morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Jugiong rest area. I know I am probably butchering the way that you're meant to pronounce that. And if it looks like a big open field, well, it is. It is a big open field, but I think big open fields can be a little bit deceiving when it comes to this. The reason it is so big and wide spanning is because we're standing on the edge of the old soccer pitch. It must be the old soccer pitch because it hasn't been very well maintained. But not only that, I've seen tennis courts, I've seen a footy oval, I've seen somewhere to walk horses. This seems to be a real recreational area, and whenever it's not in use, I'm sure the RVs can use it But I know that when these sporting areas aren't in use, or maybe they've just been discontinued, this is an RV rest stop area. It says it on the door. RVs are welcome to stay here as long as you're completely self-contained. And it's sort of got everything an RV rest stop area needs. It has a working toilet block. It has got a toilet dump point, and it's even got awesome river views if you can be bothered to drive all the way down to the river area and park underneath the trees. Because this area is massive. I do not feel like I'm exaggerating when I say it could hold 200 to 300 RVs across all the fields combined. That does mean there is limited space by the river. It is just one river that winds its way back, and it is all the way at the back. But that being said, when you have got toilet, dump point, river views, and plenty of places to park, that sort of is everything that you need in an RV rest stop. We didn't even get the levelers out last night. The ground is perfectly level here. So, if you are looking for somewhere to stay where you know you need somewhere just safe, quick, and easy to pull up, Jugiong is that place. And then across the road, there's that awesome pantry that we showed you, which I think I'm gonna pop over there today and go grab a coffee.
But first things first, we have some van life duties to attend to. Doug has gotten his coffee, even though it was the wrong order, but it was not their fault. It was user error.
Let's say it was a miscommunication on both ends.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, because someone can't take responsibility. That's fine. We are about to get on the road. We popped over for a coffee. It is so nice out right now, but I know in about an hour I'm going to regret saying that. I don't have my sunglasses and I wish I had them right now.
Forecast for today is 32 degrees, so if you want to see how we're going to sweat that one out, make sure to hit subscribe so you can see next week's episode. But as for today, it was pretty wild. You know, I didn't expect a fairly standard sort of tourist truck stop spot, the dog on the Tuckerbox, to be as fun as it was, but it really was. It's one of the most fun, weird, wacky tourist pullover spots I think we've been to so far. It's one of those places that is completely built off the vibe. And there is a vibe around the dog on the Tuckerbox. We even started listening to the dog on the Tuckerbox song as we drove away from the place.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't expect it because when we put it on the list, we thought it was just going to be a pullover, see a statue, kind of drive off kind of thing, take a photo. But it was actually a little vibe with the store and all the stuff they had at the store and the pumpkin seeds. Let's not forget about the pumpkin seeds, okay? I love those pumpkin seeds.
Your highlight of yesterday, even though we went to the Hidden Valley, that scary ass road, we could literally see the fish swimming in the water, and it was just us out there. That place was beautiful.
Yes, because I didn't have to fear my life at the Tuckerbox. I just got to enjoy life. True. You know, I was so scared. It was dicey. I mean, I did like that little cow we saw on the side of the road, though.
That was cool.
Then, if you want to come over in the morning, the toilets at this cafe are really, really, really nice. So come get a coffee. The menu looks really good. If we had more time, I would definitely be getting some eggs on toast, or they have a long track traveler's breakfast on the menu that looks really good. So if we had more time, maybe next time, it gives us a reason to come back. Day 4 was a great day. Probably one of my favorites of the road trip. But let us know in the comments, what was your favorite part of the road trip so far?
If you made it all the way to the end of the video, drop a dog and a sandwich emoji next to each other.
A sandwich?
Yeah, for the dog on the lunchbox.
Oh, yeah. Okay, a dog emoji or a sandwich emoji? Maybe there's a lunchbox emoji. Is there? A toolbox?
There might be a toolbox.
So something that resembles a box or a dog emoji. Drop them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing and we hope to see you tuning in to another video soon.
Bye.
Bye.